Alrighty, hello and good evening, everyone. Luke Sager here, the Storm Predictor. We are live in action. It is just about 7 p.m., and we are getting ready to focus on the severe weather outbreak here in parts of Missouri, southern Illinois, into parts of northern Arkansas, southwestern Kentucky, western Tennessee. And like I said, I'll give a couple minutes for everybody to kind of join in on here. I want to make sure we're good on all ends. I'm going to check on the YouTube link as well. It's my first time kind of doing this. Just want to make sure. And it looks like we are good. So want to welcome everybody real quick. We do have some breaking news. I actually have a live team in the field right now as we speak, and we're going to actually jump right on into this. I have a live confirmed tornado on the ground. This is going to be in southwestern Missouri right now, and this is going to be a tornado that just touched down within the last couple of minutes. We have a team right now on my end that is just to the west of Houston, getting ready to go up to Plateau and intercept this tornado. Right now, this is an observed dangerous tornado that's on the ground. This will be heading up towards the Plateau, Missouri area. So like I said, getting right into it right off the bat, I will do my very best to have everyone messages and stuff like that. I promise I will try my best. But right now I just want to hop in and really look at this storm that has just developed within the last hour or so. I've been keeping an eye on this one. But like I said, I have a team right now on this just to the west of Houston. They're going to head up north here, and they're going to try to intercept this. So stick with us here. And they actually should be getting a good shot of this here shortly. I might bring them on to see what they're looking at. But let's go ahead. We'll double box this, and we'll look and see. I mean, just incredible hook echo. You can obviously see exactly where this tornado is going to be. Right there's your debris ball. And if we actually bring up all four boxes here, there is your negative CC scan, and that's going to be your debris ball right here. Very large tornado on the ground. Obvious, you can see right here is going to be your tornado, and that's also your debris ball. Crossing over actually a highway right now as we speak. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give a look and see what highway this is, because that's kind of dangerous for sure. And I have actually a small fan next to me, so I apologize. But let's look and see what that highway is there, because my goodness, hopefully no one. Right now, this doesn't look to be in a heavily populated area, but regardless, not a good sight at all. And like I said, I'll just kind of zoom this back out. We'll go back to the double box so I don't confuse everybody. But obviously, right there, perfect textbook supercell, heavy precip on the north side, hail, and there's your little hook echo with your tornado right there in the middle. Couldn't ask for a better look at that. We also have another supercell over here. This one's got a possible tornado on it. That's going to ride Interstate 44 into St. Roberts. Last known location of Reed Timmer was there in St. Roberts, so I'm sure he'll be intercepting that one. And this is the area, folks, that is mostly unstable and has the most energy for the remainder of the day. Right in here, okay? So we're going to be monitoring this area very closely as we have that moderate risk for severe weather. But right now, things are really starting to get going into parts of southern Missouri into northern Arkansas, and this will be moving into southern Illinois here later on tonight. But like I said, I have a team on standby right now getting ready to intercept this tornado just to the north of Hartville, Missouri. This will be moving toward Plateau. Like I said, I don't really have any comments or anything I'm looking at since I'm just doing this on my own. But hopefully, those of you listening, I can give you guys the best severe weather coverage out there. So if we have any issues or anything, hopefully someone can give me a call and let me know. But for right now, we're live and ready to go, I believe. So let me make sure that this is good. Let me see here. So it does look like we're live on YouTube. And I will take away our sponsors here in a little bit. I do apologize, but I want to give them a shout out here in Southern Illinois as well for everything that they do. And I appreciate everyone that follows my page. moving forward. So like I said, trying to get everything going right now as we speak here. I'm going to try not to talk this entire time either because it's a lot. But it looks like we do have a little bit of weakening, maybe like a recycle. But like I said, still a nice little supercell structure right there. And we're still getting, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to zoom in that much. Still getting the observed as a radar damaging with baseball size hail as well. So we're also going to watch out here in a little bit for southern Illinois. As we wait our tornado watch to be issued for our region. So a couple things I want to bring up real quick here. If I can get that going. Sorry if you hear me go in and out. I'm not looking at some pretty interesting different chats I'm in right now, trying to get you guys the best information possible as we go out through this as well. Like I said, I have a team of storm chasers right now that are heading towards the plateau area to intercept this tornado in parts of Missouri right now. So those of you maybe just joining or tuning in, right now these storms, well, really, actually, I wish I could zoom out all the way, but you can see the frontal boundary, how crazy severe storms all the way up near just south of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, northern Iowa, stretching all the way down to northern Arkansas right now. This is a large area. Big storm system that will produce a tornado outbreak tomorrow as well in the south. But right now we are focused on this evening here in southern Illinois, Missouri, northwestern Illinois, Iowa, northern Arkansas, western Kentucky, Tennessee. And really the one thing I did want to note before even coming in here was some of the moisture levels that we're dealing with right now. So in these areas, we're starting to see that moisture finally get into these regions. And we're actually looking at, looking at some possible development in northeastern Arkansas right now. I'm going to have to keep an eye on that because that will push into southern Illinois later on. So possible tornado, actually likely tornado watch coming for the rest of SEMO, the Boot Hill, western Tennessee, on into Arkansas as well. Let me just pause real quick, getting a quick phone call here. Alrighty, I should be back now. So looking at that, and then the other thing I was going to look at is moisture levels right now, because that is something that is going to play a key factor in tonight. And I'm trying to adjust my mic as well because I want everybody to hear me. So I'll go to my comments here in a little bit to make sure everybody's good. But let's just look at some current observations real quick. So yeah, right there in the heart of where these tornadoes are right now, mid 50 dew points, which is, I mean, you'd like to see 60s, but right now that's all it'll take. Northern Arkansas, you're in lower 60 dew points, but right here in southern Illinois right now, we're in the mid to upper 40s, so we are still very, very dry, and we are not in support of severe weather as of yet. So like I said, as this pushes closer to us, those in southern Illinois, we will see our moisture content increase, and that's what's going to make these storms a lot more severe. So those in St. Louis right now, St. Louis, you know, you're not, these stronger storms up here not starting to get going. It's because that moisture level not quite getting all the way up past St. Louis. St. Louis, you're sitting at a 45-degree dew point right now. So we're just going to have to keep an eye on this atmosphere and see how much. You noticed outside, these winds out of the south are just booming. They are moving right now. And that is what's causing this moisture to get into our region. So, and something that new meso that just came out, it's just one of those things. But let's go ahead and hopefully, it's kind of crazy because I'm live on YouTube and I'm also live on Facebook, so I can't see all my comments. So I apologize if you guys have questions and stuff. I probably won't be able to get to them. You're just gonna have to listen in. I'll do my best to give you guys a good live broadcast of wall-to-wall severe weather coverage. So let's go ahead and we'll go back to one box here. And I'm waiting for a phone call from the team in the field I have, and that right there is just an incredible hook echo. It looked like it recycled, and we'll actually go back to double box this real quick, as this is a very extreme storm. You can see the RFD, the rear flank downdraft on that, sucking in right there off the inward and outbound directions there. My goodness, that has got to be some very strong winds coming on the backside. Even if this is not a tornado, you're looking at extreme winds. 70 mile an hour plus. That's just crazy to me. Yeah, 70 mile an hour. So very extreme inbound winds. That is just crazy. So it looks like still tornado confirmed on the ground. I mean, with that hook echo, you couldn't blame it at all. But let's kind of back out a little bit. Still got some little rotation here. Here's our newest little cell to our south. That one's going to have some problems here in a little bit if it can get going. But as you can see, 1, 2, we got 3 supercells right now starting to move into the boot hill of southern Missouri, southern central Missouri. Like I said, the other ones up here to our north, can't rule them out either, but right now the moisture is lacking with current surface observations. Trying to think if there's anything else I was going to go over with. So currently here in southern Illinois, you can kind of see in the top left corner, 77 degrees, and like I said, our dew point right now just in the mid 40s. We're lacking moisture, and we're needing it to get up here for us to be able to have severe weather. But I want to appreciate everybody joining. I don't know how many people are actually watching right now. I have no idea. There could be like 0 people watching. If you're just now joining, my name's Luke Sager. I'm the storm predictor. I've been covering severe weather in southern Illinois since 2013 in high school. Got my degree from Western Illinois University up here in Macomb. Got my bachelor's in meteorology, and ever since then, this page kind of took off and been really representing southern Illinois and trying to protect everybody from the dangerous severe weather and different storm systems we have move through our region. So I appreciate everyone following, and if you haven't followed yet, go ahead and like, and I almost sound like a YouTube channel, like and subscribe. No, just like and follow, and I'd love to have your support. So let's go ahead and put this into motion so you guys can kind of see what we're kind of dealing with. You can kind of see that northwestern flow right now, or sorry, northeastern flow right now. And like I said, the bulk of our good energy, which, hang on just a second, I know everyone likes my famous circles. The bulk of the energy is going to be in this region right here, okay? So this is going to be our most favorable for tornadoes as of right now, okay? I know this has changed a lot. I apologize. I'm just going with the data that I get every hour. I try to be as accurate as I can. That's my ultimate goal. And right now, the moisture content is not getting to St. Louis. It's riding right along the I-44 corridor. And I thought it was going to push up a little bit more, but right now it's staying just right along the I-44 corridor. So that's why these supercell storms are starting to develop, and this is a very dangerous situation down here. These storms right here were kind of questionable to develop, but now with the moisture content being in the 50s and 60 dew point, these might start to form. So I would be very concerned right now of those of you in southeast Missouri. If you have friends, family in this region right here, this is where I would be concerned with right now, okay? This would be the highest potential for tornadic activity really through about, I'm going to say about 10 p.m. tonight. And then we'll start to see this shift over into the heartland of southern Illinois and into parts of southwest Indiana and southwestern Kentucky. So like I said, a lot going on. I'm going to try and keep you guys most up to date as possible. things have been changing. We've had tons of preparedness throughout the week. The word has been spread. This has the potential to be an historic storm system with today's storms, tonight's storms, into tomorrow in the south. Right now, a rare 2 high-risk day for parts of central Alabama into Mississippi, and I think even into parts of maybe Georgia. I don't think that high risk spreads all the way over there, but you can see how large this system is with the severe thunderstorm warnings all the way from northern Arkansas to almost South Dakota. I mean, just crazy. You gotta just love weather sometimes. It surprises you every time. But this system is strong. So line of severe storms as these supercells start to get going, and these are going to be some supercells that form down to the south. Now, I've had a ton of questions regarding what is going to happen as this enters southern Illinois. My theory as of right now, this will turn into a big, large line as it crosses the river. And in that, we will move to a damaging wind threat along with the isolated embedded tornadoes within that line. So no one in southern Illinois is out of the woods by any means. And there we go. We just got a new tornado warning here. And this is going to be heading right towards Fort Leonard Wood. Believe it or not, looks like it may hit the south side there. This is going to be a radar indicated threat. But like I said, should have a team at least going northbound, hopefully getting ahead of this thing. And we'll see if they're able to, I might actually want to check on them, to be honest with you. So we'll want to kind of keep it right here. Kind of catching my breath for a second, but you can see it kind of recycled there. Starting to get a little bit of cells to the south kind of joining in. Might have cut off some of the inflow. We'll kind of double box this here. See if we got any rotation back. Not really. But regardless, very nice supercell. This is going to push up and come dangerously close to Rolla, St. James. Eager Springs, you need to be ready. Fort Leonard Wood, you need to be ready. I know a lot of friends and family in that region, so if you have any friends and family in that region of Missouri, I know that's what we're covering right now, but like I said, just kind of monitoring these storms as they get closer to the St. Louis region and into parts of southern Illinois. So I figured I'm going to be here till probably about 2 or 3 in the morning covering this storm system because it's going to take its time, even though these storms are moving at about 60, 70 miles an hour. I'll take this time to try and I was going to say, it should be hopefully still good here. I'm still here, by the way, just kind of going through some stuff real quick. Got some questions. But hopefully everyone is having a good evening so far. And I'm glad you're with us, or with me, I should say. Looks like I got about 30 of you live with me on YouTube. But hopefully everyone is... sorry about that. Looks like having some problems maybe with Facebook. Okay. I'll go back and look at that. Like I said, I this is my first time. I went live and did like a test before on both YouTube and Facebook, and it went really well. So if there's any issues, obviously I apologize. We'll just have to work through them. But right now, like I said, we are looking at this current tornado that's in Missouri right now. But as you can see, there's a lot of convection, a lot of storms starting to develop in northern Arkansas. This is all going to push into southern Illinois, folks. So more than likely, everyone is going to see some type of storm move into the region. And right now, sorry, I'm trying to look on both ways here. Let me see if I can actually log into Facebook at the same time I'm doing this. I have like 8 different things up right now, so just kind of work with me here. At least it's early. Nothing for our region as of right now. Like I said, just covering some things. And looks like we just got a new tornado warning. We'll just go one box real quick so we can make this kind of bigger. Like I said, I'm going to get some of this stuff off. Let's see here. I'll go ahead and I'll take that off so we kind of have some more room. I'll leave our sponsors up a little bit so you can at least see those. Like I said, I got to thank our sponsors for the Storm Predictor. I really do appreciate them. You know, they're local businesses. I just like to give them credit. So, you know, if you ever need anything, these are going to be the ones to help you out. But looks like just to the southeast of Fulton along I-70, very, very good echo. Very, very good supercell. Sorry. I was getting ready to say bow echo, but you can see right there the hook echo as this thing continues to, it's going to go right over I-70. It's a radar indicated threat. We'll see if we can get any rotation on this at all. And oh yeah, right there with that last scan, those inbound and outbound winds. That inbound winds are really strong right now. So that, if you are just to the southwest of Fulton, probably got a likely tornado starting to come in. That's with those southerly winds starting to kick up. And it might just be enough to where we see that moisture starting to kick up, and it might be perfect timing for when we start to see things get into St. Louis. So just heads up there. Looks like we got a couple of comments on Facebook. I'll be able to kind of look at them a little bit. Oh, and it's nice too. I got closed captioning on here too. That's awesome. It's about time that finally happened. I think it's happened before, but I got about 300 of you on here on Facebook, and I think around 30 is what I saw for YouTube. But regardless, glad to have you. I didn't know how many I've had because I can't really see much, but if you're just now joining, like I said, I can kind of go back and forth with the comments for the most part. I only have my phone and it's just me. But I do have a team of chasers kind of scattered around Southern Illinois right now, and I do have one team that is currently on this cell down here just to the south of Fort Leonard Wood.
Here's what I found.
Well, I wasn't asking you, Siri. But anyway, this is the cell that's produced one tornado so far today, and this one up here really starting to, well, it was looking good, but kind of fell apart. I can almost guarantee you is from this line right here kind of taking away the energy. But another one down here, this would be one to maybe watch. Like I said, these ones that are starting to go up into northern Arkansas right now. But this one's definitely our strongest one of the day so far. Let me take a quick break. I'm going to call my team that's in the field right now and see if we can get them in position to maybe give us a quick update to what they're looking at. But like I said, those to the south of Fort Leonard Wood and in between Edgar Springs, Missouri, heads up. And this is going to be coming and tracking right towards Rolla, St. James, Newburgh, Missouri. Friends and family in that area, heads up. We got a nice supercell thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado in this region. I will be right back. Let me take a quick phone call, okay? All right, sorry about that. Kind of repositioning the team here. Kind of got into some road problems. They're going to kind of back off to the northeast here. They're going to try to end up in Salem, Missouri here with this storm. So giving them some time to readjust that. See, the problem is chasing with these storms right now is just absolutely awful. These storms are moving at 65, 70 miles an hour, so it's extremely hard to be chasing these tonight. You might as well just pick out a spot and wait for it to come past you and just hope for, you see something. But looking at, National Weather Service communication right now, it's still early, but we're starting to see an increase in concern for a couple strong tornadoes in that region I showed you earlier. I kind of had that small circle, but right in here, I'm just really concerned about right now. Didn't mean to do that, but that's like I said, right in here. This is the atmosphere that is just prime right now. It's got the most moisture, and you can see these cells right here are will turn into supercells as they get into the Missouri, southeast Missouri. So we're going to keep an eye on this. And I know I'm talking a lot about out to our west right now, but folks in southern Illinois, we are still under the gun. This has not changed at all. We are still under the gun tonight for these storms. They're going to intensify even more as we get closer to the 10 o'clock hour. And really, as soon as they cross this river, the Mississippi, they should start to turn into more of a linear structure, and that means a line. And when that happens, we will have more of a damaging wind and a few isolated tornadoes as well. So we still cannot rule out the tornado because really we're kind of maxed out on the tornado parameters right now as well. So that was one thing I was going to look at. So it does look like as it moves across the river, it does weaken a little bit. So that is the good news for us. But still, widespread severe weather is still possible. And it's crazy to think that we've already had a ton of power outages already with the gusty winds. I was looking at some of the airports. I think Marion Airport or Carbondale had a wind gust of 57, I think is what I saw. That's right. But just absolutely crazy. Let's see here. I'll look at some of the comments here. Timing for Southern Illinois, great question. I haven't really think I've heard it enough today, but that's my own fault because I should have posted some more graphics. But timing for Southern Illinois, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Okay? It's a very small window. Once this line moves through, we're done. But I think really the main focus for tonight is just making sure you have a plan in place if you do have a tornado warning, that you have a safe place, a safe shelter. Those of you that are in a mobile home, trailer, those are not safe spots. You need to get out of those. Those are like tinker toys to these storms. You need to find a safe building structure away from windows. Those of you that don't have basements, interior closets, bathrooms away from windows. Vehicles are also not a good place for tornadoes. Just kind of common sense things, but like I said, just have a plan in place. I've had a ton of people ask me today, Luke, should I stay the night at my parents'? Well, if they have a safer house, then sure, why not? I'd rather be safe than sorry, to be honest with you. Looks like getting some more. If you hear a ding, just got word we will have a PDS tornado watch on the way for the entire forecast area. So that means, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time since 2021, December 10th of the Mayfield tornado, we're getting ready to have a PDS tornado watch, and it is going to be issued any second. Our weather radios are about to go crazy. PDS Tornado Watch is the highest tornado watch possible. It is a particularly dangerous situation. It means tornadoes are highly favorable. Widespread severe weather is very likely. This is not to scare anyone, it's to prepare you for the worst case scenario. And that is something that I do apologize on, because I really did underestimate this system a lot more than what I anticipated, and therefore I should have done a little bit more with preparedness. But now that time has gone and passed, and we're at the time now where we have to act. So, like I said, PDS Tornado Watch will be out in a few minutes. And those of you that have weather radios, it shouldn't alert our cell phones, but any of you that have local different yep. So once again, those in southern Illinois, a PDS, particularly dangerous situation, tornado watch will be issued for the remainder of the region here momentarily. I'm getting ready to post that as soon as it comes out. But like I said, we're just kind of we're in a waiting game now. So those of you that are out and about, it's time to definitely. Uh-oh. Someone didn't like my post. Dun, dun, dun. Sorry. Just to reiterate real quick. So. Let's see here. We got a new tornado warning for Rolla. That's that storm that is going over Fort Leonard Wood right now as we speak. This is now a confirmed tornado, folks. So if you have friends and family in the Rolla, Missouri area, probably need to take cover. This is not a. This is going to be a radar confirmed tornado. So let's go ahead and we're gonna quadruple box this real quick and see what they're looking at. Very hard to tell, but right there, I don't know if you got to see it. We'll kind of have to back this up a little bit, which I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can go back. Right there. So there is your tornado right here. This is going to be heading off to the northeast. So those of you that are in Rolla, definitely need to be ready. So yes, PDS Tornado Watch getting ready to get issued for our region. Should be out any moment now, so I will post that as soon as it comes out. But it's the highest tornado watch there is. But I want to thank everyone for joining this live broadcast, as I'll be keeping you updated throughout the night tonight. As we are approaching 7:34. I'm not wanting to kind of put too much on my storm predictor page, because at the same time I don't want my live feed to kind of get pushed down. I can't, for some reason, it won't let me pin it. Usually I can pin things, but oh, there it goes. Okay, I can finally pin it. So you're gonna say that kind of got me a little scared there. So that should show up at the top of my page now, so that's good. But those of you just joining possibly for the first time tonight, welcome. My name's Luke Sager. I'm the Storm Predictor. I'll be keeping you guys up to date with the wall-to-wall severe weather coverage for today's severe weather outbreak here in parts of Missouri, into southern Illinois, Illinois in general, northern Arkansas, and into parts of western Kentucky. And I have a huge box up right now, but we'll go back to just 2 boxes, as we really have a very strong, looks like a tornado probably just went to the south of Fort Leonard Wood. I mean, just to the south. You can see right here, that is every bit of a tornado that's possibly on the ground. And there is our PDS tornado watch. It has just been issued by the National Weather Service. Our weather radio should be going crazy right now. I'm getting ready to post it on my page. And I don't know what's gonna die first, my my watch or my phone, because both of them I've tried to charge, but I've been on the phone all day today, so. We'll get this uploaded to the Storm Predictor real quick. Like I said, if you got any friends or family that need a way of severe weather covers tonight, feel free to share this information. I'm, like I said, perfectly. Oh, come on! Just sometimes it just doesn't want to do it. Jeez Louise! Phone's already acting up, so that's fun. But yeah, those of you that want to share this, like I said, I know I'm not talking a whole bunch right now because this is really not for our neck of the woods, but PDS Tornado Watch just issued, and we'll kind of back this up a little bit. Kind of look at the full picture here. Sorry, I know I'm not talking a whole bunch. I apologize. Just kind of going through some different things right now, getting ready for our region. Like I said, once it starts to get into our region, I'll have better coverage here. But I just want to kind of get this word out that we got our tornado watch that's been issued. So. What the heck? And of course, like I said before, this is not something to scare you in any means. This is just, our atmosphere is very probable for dangerous weather right now. So we'll just keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best and prepare for the worst. But like I mentioned before, I do have a team just to the south of Rolla right now. They're going to try and hop on this southern storm, even though this one's really cranking right now. Now let's go ahead. We'll just kind of zoom in. So here we are in southern Illinois off to the right side of your screen. This is going to move up, and this one is really going to track right on into downtown St. Louis. This is going to run right parallel with 44. So, this is going to be one of those long-lived supercells, more than likely, that we'll have to keep an eye on, which here in a little bit, I actually think I might switch radars. Let's see here. Starting to get closer to St. Louis now, so we'll kind of switch. We do have a tornado warning up here that's been going on for a little bit. This one's going to be up near, just crossing over I-70 in Missouri right now, just to the west of Montgomery City, Missouri. But let's drop down to the south here and look at this one coming into Rolla. That's going to be my main concern right now. This one is a tornado that has been confirmed by radar, and it is going to track, if not directly over Rolla. I mean, that looks like a direct hit maybe on Rolla if we look at that. If not just the south side, okay? So like I said, if you got friends and family, anyone at all that you know of in Rolla, Missouri, they need to be in their safe spot right now. That is a very dangerous supercell with more than likely a tornado on the ground as we speak. And like I said, I'm kind of going in it back and forth in between both Facebook and YouTube. I can't see all the comments, but appreciate you guys joining. And like I said, I'll do my best to give you the best possible live streaming coverage, because it does suck. We don't really. We're in a day and age now where we've kind of lost our local news network, and that sucks. It does. It's not something that I'm happy with, because there's a lot of people that are going to go without coverage. So that's one of those things as a private, independent person that we have to work on. And obviously, I do this to take time out of my own schedule to do this for you guys, and it's just one thing that I love doing. I've done it for a while, and I will continue to do it for as long as I'm living. So I'll try to go to YouTube as well here, see if I can get the YouTube comments up. Maybe, who knows? Switch accounts. I wonder if I'll have to turn my volume down. Let's try that. So I got about 50 of you watching. That looks pretty good on there. Not too bad. Let's try that. So I got about 50 of you watching. So I'm not the best with technology, but I'm definitely learning as we go with everything like this. So let's see. I got about 50 of you right now. So I got about 50 of you watching. So I'm not the best with technology, but I'm definitely learning as we go with everything like this. So like I said, just going back. Got about 300 of you on Facebook as well. So Murfreesboro, looking pretty rough right now. Got about 50 of you right now.
Those of you that don't know, March 18th,
the 100th anniversary. I'm not the best with technology, but I'm definitely learning as we go. Destroyed everything 100% of Murfreesboro. So hopefully that does not history does not repeat itself tonight. Got about 300 of you on Facebook right as well.
now.
So Murfreesboro, looking pretty rough right now. Murfreesboro, I'm thinking
right now. Those of you that don't know,
March right at about 11 or 12. I'm not the best with technology, but midnight. Pretty much destroyed everything 100% of Murfreesboro. So hopefully that does not history does not repeat itself tonight. So we'll see if we need more. I don't know. On Facebook right now, so Murfreesboro, looking pretty rough right now. Murfreesboro, I'm thinking right now.
Those of you that don't know, March
right at about 11 or 12. I'm not the best with midnight. Pretty much destroyed everything 100% of Murfreesboro. So hopefully that does not history does not repeat itself. Surface observations and stuff like that. I don't know. We are Facebook right now. So Murfreesboro, looking pretty rough right now. I'm thinking right now.
Those of you that don't know,
March right at about 11 or 12. I'm not the best with midnight. Gotta get it all right. Looking at the map right now. That does not surface observations and stuff like that. I don't know. We are here in Seattle. Murfreesboro, looking pretty rough right now. We can get those up into our region by about 11 or 12. That's the best with gotta get it all right. Looking at the map right now. That does not surface observations and stuff like that. I don't know. We are here in Seattle. Murfreesboro, looking pretty rough right now. We can get those up into our region by about 11 or 12. That's the best with gotta get it all right. Looking at the map right now. That does not surface observations.
All right, bye.
All right, let's try that again. I think I knew what happened. My desktop audio started working, so maybe that is better. I don't know. Maybe not. Let's see. I don't know. If not, someone tell me. On both, okay.
All right, bye.
All right. right, let's try that again. I think I knew what happened. My desktop audio started working, so maybe that is better.
I have
don't know.
no idea what that
Maybe
is.
not. Okay, little hiccup. I don't know what happened. I closed out everything. So, okay, thank you. Okay, looks like we're good now. I think what had happened is I accidentally had my YouTube up, and then it was just echoing. I forgot about that, so that's my fault. Thank you for calling that out. Sorry for that. Like I said, this is my first time doing both. Usually I'm just on Facebook, but I know a lot of people don't have Facebook, so I wanted to make sure everyone was able to listen to me tonight. So yeah, I know I started this kind of early, so I know we still have plenty of time before it gets into our region, but I'm just kind of watching over some storms, kind of give you guys a little, I guess, preview to what we're going to be looking at. But really this one near Rolla, still very concerning. We'll back out here and get a closer radar image here so we can kind of get a little bit cleaner. Wow, that is just a mothership right there. Look at that, inbound winds, outbound winds. Those are very, very strong. And obviously with our southern winds right now, look at that, 80, 82, almost 83. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go with 110 mile an hour inbound winds. Holy smokes. So regardless, even if there's not a tornado, you're going to have inbound winds on this storm of possibly around 100, if not more. Let's see if it'll update again here. 124 mile an hour winds on the radar, folks. That is quite disturbing. I cannot stress that enough. I know I probably don't have that many followers that have maybe friends or family in Rolla, Missouri, but I'm telling you, if you do, they need to be underground right now, away from windows, interior closet, basement. This one's going to have a lot of damage rolling into Rolla, Missouri right now. I cannot stress that enough. Oh my goodness. Yeah, when your radar's picking up 124 on the inbound, that is some dangerous winds. My goodness, it's just wrapping around. Sorry about that. I was trying to look over some different things right now. Got some different text messages getting sent my way. You almost need about 3 of me doing this, to be honest with you. But yeah, once again, if you have friends and family in Rolla, Missouri, have them seek shelter ASAP. That is not looking good. And I don't know, someone said that they were having problems commenting on Facebook. I'm not for sure if that's still a problem. I don't know if I can even really read your comments too much anyway, so I apologize if not. I don't know. I made everything public, so I apologize. Like I said, I'll try and get everything down. I mean, pretty much for Southern Illinois right now, we're not looking at impacts till at least 10 o'clock at the earliest. Those in St. Louis we'll be looking at here in about, say about hour or 2 hours. So we'll kind of zoom back out here and just kind of look at the overall picture. But like I said, Rolla, Missouri right now, very, very, very dangerous storm. We'll just look at the full picture right now and put this into motion for you guys. There's our big line cluster of storms, our supercell starting to develop back over into northern parts of Arkansas. Now these will be the ones, folks. So I know a lot of you are thinking, well, these are the ones that we're going to get. Believe it or not, it is actually going to be the ones down here in Arkansas. I think I might have said Arkansas earlier. If I said Arkansas, I'm super sorry. I'd say that all the time. But Arkansas right here, these are going to be the cluster of storms that move up into southern Illinois later on. What a beautiful circle, cross. I mean, they don't train you on this stuff, I'm telling you. You got to do it all on your own. But kind of what we talked about earlier, looking at the big picture here. Look at that. All the way up southern Minnesota, all the way down to northern Arkansas. Huge system. Huge low pressure. I'm just going to estimate right now, probably about right in here. And it's going to be like a 974 millibar, I believe. Could be wrong. Let's look and see if I'm right. Surface. Oh, I was close. It's 980 right now. It's a 980 low, and it is actually sitting right here. 980. That's in millibars. Not bad. Getting better. So that would be almost like a tropical storm. Typically, that's what we see in like the Gulf and stuff. So, yeah, fun stuff. Draw some arrows here. Counterclockwise rotation. Fun. But yeah, anyway, you guys kind of get the picture. But we'll kind of zoom back in now to our region. And then if you're just now joining, I'll repeat myself again. My name's Luke Sager. I'm the Storm Predictor. Been doing this in Southern Illinois since 2013, and glad to have you. I've grown from about, I think, 5,000 followers at my prime, and now I'm all the way up almost 30,000 of you. So thank you so much for trusting me and bringing me into your homes and letting me forecast for you and keep you up to date. That's what I'm here for. I actually do have my bachelor's in meteorology, so I at least somewhat know what I'm talking about from time to time. Kind of looking over some more surface analysis right now. And new timing here. Let's look at some new timing here. See if any type of timing has changed for our region. Oh, and like I said, PDS Tornado Watch issued for our region. It's the highest tornado watch possible. It's a particularly dangerous situation. Just means that we have maxed out our parameters for our tornado chances tonight. St. Louis, 10 p.m., about 2 hours away, looking to get rocked by that cell that's currently in Rolla. So kind of nice to be able to give you a heads up that this cell right here in Rolla is going to ride I-44 directly into St. Louis. O'Fallon, Alton. Here, let me draw a better circle here. Arnold. This cluster right here. Like I said, I currently have a team that is just to the east of Rolla. They're trying to get in position. I know we've lost our sun for the night, so obviously they're going to be in the dark. But the good news is, if there's any good news, as this gets closer to southern Illinois and crosses over the Mississippi, we should see a little bit of weakening. Now, I'm not talking complete weakening. We're still going to have severe weather, okay? But what I'm talking about is we're going to have more of a line of storms with a more damaging wind threat, with winds up to 70, possibly 80 in some cases, okay? Obviously, the one in Rolla right now pushing about 120 miles per hour. I don't know if that's getting all the way to the surface, but if it is, my goodness, that's going to cause some issues. And I'm actually in the chat right now, and I'm not seeing anything, not a whole bunch of being talked about right now, so, which that's a little bit out of our jurisdiction. So, but latest model guidance showing it moving through completely out of southern Illinois. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 a.m. So I might be here a while. This thing actually slows up a little bit. It keeps slowing up. I got to make sure it's out of our region before I kind of give up on the night. But let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 a.m. So might be here a hot minute. Oh, okay. So if you do not click on my live stream, you're able to comment on my Facebook. Sorry, I had to kind of reroute and go through my personal Facebook and then share it to the Storm Predictor. I apologize, a little loophole there. But regardless, those of you with friends, family, aunt, uncle, cousins, whoever, if you are living in and around St. Louis, the current storm system that is in Rolla, this is going to be moving directly over St. Louis at 10 p.m. So you have exactly 2 hours to make preparations for significant severe weather in and around St. Louis. This includes downtown metro area as well. So just kind of giving you a 2-hour update and 2-hour briefing right now as we speak. So those of you watching that are live on Facebook, which I have about 300 of you right now, which I appreciate. And I think the last I checked on YouTube, I had about 50 of you. If you have friends, family in St. Louis, I'm going to just make sure they are aware 2 hours away until this system makes its way and significant severe weather moves into the region. So I'm going to take that off for now, and we're going to move back into parts of Rolla. And we're going to double box this to see if our winds have weakened or gained more strength. And it looks like if there is a tornado on the ground, it is directly over Rolla as we speak. So like I said, if we do have a confirmed tornado, which we don't, I'm just saying if there is one, it is directly over Rolla. And on the south side, radar is estimating 135 mile an hour winds. Now, I don't know if all of this is getting to the surface. But I would almost guarantee right now the south side of Rolla is getting absolutely rocked with the southernmost winds of this system. That is absolutely crazy. And actually, just to kind of go off that, we can switch up radars right now because I know that's probably maxing it out. So let's we'll go off the St. Louis radar real quick just to see and see like right there. See, that's concerning to me because it's also maxed out. So there's Rolla. And here's our winds. Let's just wait for it to update. So 115 mile an hour. So even if you take the average of that, you're looking at about anywhere from 100 mile an hour winds. So, I mean, you're equivalent to an EF2 tornado right now, just with the winds alone near Rolla on the south side. So that's very concerning. So a new tornado warning now for St. James along I-44. And like I said, this thing is just going to ride I-44 right into St. Louis. If there's some state troopers, maybe on I-44, maybe they can pull over this bad boy because it's definitely speeding. 115 mile an hour in a 70. I mean, I feel like I'd get a ticket. So maybe we get a couple state troopers, get a roadblock set up. But yeah, coming into St. James, heads up, tornado warning. And regardless, even if there isn't a tornado, like I said, the straight line winds of 100 mile an hour, that's going to cause a lot of problems along I-44. If you're traveling along I-44 or know anybody, hopefully to goodness they're not near Rolla or near St. James. If they are, tell them to get off the road because it is not going to be safe. And kind of, like I said, if you hear me not talk for a little bit, I'm just kind of going over more things. And like I said, just kind of getting prepared for our main event as we look. But like I said, this is really our strongest sell of the day thus far. And, let's take a look. Let's go back down south here. I'm going to switch radars. Let's go back to Springfield, Missouri here. Yeah, liking that. This is going to have a tornado warning on it soon, folks. Let's go ahead and look at this. This one right here. Upton, Missouri. This is the one that my team should be getting close to, if not on. They were just in Houston. This is the one that was right where the one near Rolla checked out to. But look at that. That right there is some good coloring. Nice hook echo. Top hail precip, and actually getting a call right now from the team. So give me 1 second. Let's see if they're getting ready to intercept this. Okay, folks, so I'm back here. So I currently have a team right now just to the south of Salem. They're going to intercept this tornadic storm that is coming together right now. And my goodness, it's starting to come together real well. I know it's kind of a hard look, but right there, and this thing's going to track off directly towards Salem, Missouri. So they're in direct contact right now, and they're going to have a good shot at this. So this is going to be our next one. Now this cell is going to continue off and really hit the south side of St. Louis. So those of you in Waterloo, Belleville, Randolph County, heads up. You got about 2 hours here, but this is that long track supercell. I'll be right back. They're calling me back here. Let's see what we got. Hello. Alrighty, sorry about that. Back at it. Had to get them repositioned here. So they are going to try and get a good spot here in Salem, Missouri. However, they do not have a good road option back into Illinois the way these storms are going. So they might sit here for a little bit to see if this does go tornadic, but if not, they're going to haul butt back into the Farmington area so they can get ahead of this, because I want them to be able to document some tornadoes as it gets into our region, because these storms, like I said, they're moving quick, folks. 65, 70 mile an hour, so just crazy. But we got people from all over the great United States watching. So I want to appreciate everybody joining so far. And like I said, just a couple hundred right now on the Facebook. And I got out of YouTube because it was doing some funky stuff because I wasn't able to. Let's see here. Got about 60 of you watching consistently on YouTube right now. So thanks for joining. Appreciate you. Glad you're able to make it tonight. Like I said, we're kind of just waiting right now since the main line of storms, and I haven't really got much. The overall communication has been quite quiet so far. So we'll just kind of excuse me. Let's see here if we got some new observations. Oh, I forgot to put my forecast in too. Crap. Yeah, right now it looks like starting to see some better dew points. So it looks like Cape Girardeau 54, Farmington, Missouri 56. That's starting to get a lot better. St. Louis, you're finally starting to see some better dew points. 55, 54. That's a lot better. So that moisture really starting to come in. That will help out a lot. So these storms will definitely not be weakening as they move into southeast Missouri. So strong dew points. Like I said, all that moisture from the Gulf starting to get up into our region. So good timing so far. Well, good or bad timing, whichever you want to call it. But like I said, here we go with another line. Here's a supercell here, supercell, supercell, supercell right here. So we got like 4 supercells lined up. That's pretty unique. Back over to our backside into parts of northern Arkansas. You can count that maybe as a small supercell. Supercell here, supercell. So kind of like Oprah right now. You get a supercell, you get a supercell. But like I said, St. Louis, you kind of got the 2-hour warning right now. Very significant severe weather will be moving into your region within by about 10 o'clock. So we're still 2 hours out. And SPC updating for the last time tonight. Probably one of the largest moderate risk areas of our time, especially ever since we've had the enhanced risk come out. There's a very large moderate risk area. Oh, tornado watch issued for the remainder of the state. I guess I'll get that put out too. So that'll be for central and the rest of central Illinois. So I need to get that put out to everybody. And I've tossed around the thought of maybe going live tomorrow and just covering the deep south, because it's just going to be crazy as well. New tornado warning now. Looks like we have 2 separate tornado warnings. So one down here, the one that was in Rolla now going along I-44 once again. This is just going to be a radar indicated threat. But like I said, folks, we'll kind of go back over here and we'll double box it. We'll go to our velocity scan. Not a whole bunch there. I think at this point there's some rotation, which there is. There's a little bit right there, but it's really starting to weaken. But regardless, just the winds that are impacted on this are just insane. So like right there, like 88 mile an hour, like that's damaging winds. I mean, back over here, which this is probably, I definitely don't think 132 on that one. That's pretty far away from radar to adjust that. But like you said, the inbound winds are very, very strong with these. So, and it's kind of really far from radar on both ends. This is kind of where we get in our radar hole. So we're just going to have to wait till we get better coverage. And as this actually enters, and there's our first tornado warning in Arkansas of the day. And like we said, these are storms that are getting ready to enter a very prime atmosphere. I was very concerned for this region. So this is going to be in the Boot Hill of Missouri, very southern Missouri, northern Arkansas. And like I said, these are the ones that are going to track into southern Illinois later, folks. So these are going to be the ones that we watch and keep an eye on. And right now, all of them are starting to rotate. So fun stuff. Not really. I don't like seeing this stuff at all because this is not what you want to see for people. Feel like we've been through enough. It seems like just the last couple of years we have just been getting rocked with severe weather here in the Midwest. And tomorrow may not be any better for parts of the South. Like I said, I apologize if you have been messaging me. I'm not really on my phone a lot right now. Just trying to kind of go through different data sets right now and looking and seeing what's changed. And really at this point, there's nothing that really has changed. The main question has been, will we get that moisture with the right timing of this line? And right now I can say with confidence it is happening. Right now, Paducah, you have a 51 dew point, and that was as of 8 p.m. So we'll get our next update at 9. But St. Louis, you're sitting at 55. I mean, that's all you need. That's all you need right now. And right where this tornado warning is here in northern Arkansas, they got a 61 dew point. So the dew point is your moisture content, and that right there, anytime you get in the upper 50s, lower 60s, it's perfect conditions, especially this time of year. So I'm trying to think which one I want to keep my eye on. This one is closer to a very large metropolitan area, so we will go and switch over to the St. Louis radar. It sucks we lost the airport, so we don't have the airport data coming in. But regardless, let's just look at this cell. I would say, if anything, which I would love to see reports, I haven't seen any yet, it looks like it is starting to recycle a little bit. This cell is going to go on the north side of St. Louis. The southern one right here is going to make direct impacts. We'll have to keep an eye on this one as well. But like I said, this is all starting to come together for a 10 p.m. time frame, which actually might be a little bit sooner, honestly. With it moving the way it is, I'd almost give it an hour. So we'll have to check back in about 9:30 for St. Louis. And we'll keep an eye on that. But active tornado warning just to the west of Sullivan, Missouri, riding I-44. And I believe we did have confirmed baseball hail, a golf ball size hail. I know we had some baseball size hail earlier, and that was pretty crazy. So, yeah, there's just never-ending stuff. I knew tonight was going to be a long night. I've got, so far, one energy drink in me. If I have a heart attack, I'll try and pulse myself back up and continue the coverage until we get through this. But one way or another, we're going to get through this together. trying to think if I need anything else right now. Let me put back up. Let's look at live conditions. So we're sitting at 74 here in Southern Illinois. Let me make sure that's right. Yep, 74. And hang on one second, getting a call from the team here in Southern Missouri. Let's take this call real quick. Hey, how's it going?
Hi, can
Alrighty, I'm back. I think tomorrow I might just take a really big nap and not like just maybe turn my phone off. I think I've taken more phone calls today than I have my entire life. Oh man, oh man. No real major changes other than we have more tornado warnings starting to fire off as we get towards the St. Louis area, so we'll keep an eye on them. Let's go to the St. Louis radar. Back towards northern Arkansas, the tornado threat's starting to increase over there. But that one that's along I-44 right now, that one's starting to really ramp back up. You can kind of see that hook right there. Let's go ahead and we'll pause it, and let's zoom in on that. You kind of see that hook right there, parallel to I-44. Not a lot of rotation with it at this time. Excuse me. I'm not seeing a whole bunch there. But man, really starting to move close to St. Louis. I don't know if we're going to hit 10 p.m. It's looking more and more like about 9 p.m. That's what I get for talking too much. So we'll keep an eye on those for sure. Then back off to the north. Looks like a pretty good storm just went through Quincy. Severe thunderstorm coming over the northwestern side into Macomb, Bowling Green, Missouri. Maybe heading off into Jacksonville as that line starts to really ramp up. But like I said, just a big cluster of storms right now going to make their way into the north side of St. Louis. Gosh darn it. Sorry. And right now, just kind of a broken line right now as we start to see that make its way. And the model's really indicated and doing a good job. But like I said, these ones in northern Arkansas, that's going to be the issue, as these are the ones that are going to make their way into southern Illinois later. So going on for about an hour and 30 minutes so far, and like I said, just kind of pre-warming up. I know my region's really southern Illinois, but just kind of covering the rest of the area right now. So tornado warnings continue to move into the heart of St. Louis on the west side here. Got a storm chasing group right now. It's going to reevaluate and try to get over to Farmington as these storms are just hauling. They're moving, folks. 65, 70 miles an hour. If you do get a warning tonight, please take it seriously. You're not going to have much time to react. So you might as well just, if you do get a warning, and make sure those of you that maybe are going to bed early tonight, I know it's a Friday night, but I mean, if you're going to bed around 10 or 11, make sure you have a way of getting alerts. I know our phones are great devices, but just in case, just make sure you have like a NOAA weather radio or someone to call you. Leave your phone on for sure. But yeah, right now, biggest threat, St. Louis right here. That is just a monster of storms and starting to kind of get embedded in that line. But this one right here, this has been our longest lived supercell so far of the day, and it's just not giving up. And like I said, I was looking at our surface observations earlier, and we're starting to see those higher dew points finally start to get into the St. Louis region and southeast Missouri, southern Illinois. Let's see if we got any new data coming in. 0Z data finally coming in here. Let's see what we got. No major changes other than the fact of it just kind of really turning into a big line of storms. And as it moves into southern Illinois, right at about... Okay, I think we're back. I don't know why we just lost connection there, but we did. That was weird. Literally just said disconnected and then it just reconnected. So I don't know if we had a little technology fart there or not. But like I said, St. Louis Metro, heads up. I know I had a lot of questions about St. Louis today. So let's see here. Like I said, I apologize if you have my number and trying to get a hold of me. I'm trying to focus on different things right now. So timing for Southern Illinois will continue to be the 10 to 11 time frame, somewhere around in there, and then finally moving out about 2 a.m. And then we will wake up to showers to our south, and all severe weather tomorrow will be well east of our region. So just a heads up there. I know don't want people to get confused tomorrow if it's starting to rain and stuff. But yeah. And those of you that have followed me for the last, I don't know, 50 years, I appreciate it. I really do. This has been my kind of dream as a kid to keep doing this. And let's zoom into this cell right here. That's looking pretty good. Like I said, this is just a cluster of line of supercells, which is very unorganized, but this one's starting to get its act together a little bit, I think. That's going to be near Stillville, Missouri. And that's not too bad. You can see this one. Pretty much all of them are tornado warned right now. They look pretty decent, but not a whole bunch of rotation. Nothing confirmed right now. And I have both chats up here. So let me go back to, there's my St. Louis one. So where's Jefferson City at? 702. Really haven't had a whole bunch. There we go. Oh wow, my thing it wasn't going off. Oh my goodness. St. Clair, Illinois Emergency Management, tree fell through the side of a house in Belleville. Wow, and that's non-storm related. Jeez Louise. I was wondering why I wasn't getting any updates on this. What the heck? All right, sorry, I'm getting caught up here. For some reason, my notifications for my chat did not go off at all. Looking like a lot of damage being reported with these cells right here in Missouri. I would get ready parts of western St. Louis metro. Western side of St. Louis, get ready. You're probably going to have weather radios going crazy here shortly. But, okay, I'm all caught up now. So it was at 8, about 1 minute ago. They're really starting to eye in on this one near Sullivan. Yep, and I agree. That's some pretty good rotation right there. Right in here. So those of you maybe just the north of Sullivan off Route 44, or I'm sorry, I-44, that is going to move off into the northeast. So O'Fallon, St. Charles, Washington, just to the west of St. Clair, Union, Villa Ridge. If you have friends and family in that area, tell them to get ready, because that's obviously a pretty good supercell right there, and you can see that hook echo starting to form. And like I said, this is starting to enter a more favorable atmosphere. And this one down here near Cuba, really starting to kind of get its act together as well. Down here at Salem, that one's looking good. All of these are really starting to be supercells. And as they get closer to our St. Louis radar, we'll have a better way of indicating them on the radar. The further they go, it's going to be harder to identify them, which we do have, other radars to look at, but kind of getting in a little radar hole with some of them. Pretty good rotation on those two right there. Even that one too. That one's, oh yeah, that's our Cuba storm there. Oh, I think I know what my problem is. I have this muted. That's why. Don't do that. Unmute channel. There we go. Well, that's why I wasn't getting notifications. I had it muted. All right. So, yeah, dangerous supercells right now lurking upon the St. Louis metro as we speak. So we're going to keep an eye on that. I'll kind of put this into motion for you so we can keep an eye on it. But, yeah, that's what we're looking at right now, folks. And I would say really about, give or take about an hour. I know my models are showing 10. I'm just kind of using common sense right now at this point. So if we look at this one to the south, that's a tornado warning. It's moving at 55, so they're slowing down a little bit, which is nice. We'll just say 60, but it looks like, let me pause it real quick so we can get a good view here. So let's just say this one. Oh, whoopsie. There's one near Cuba coming right into downtown St. Louis. So right at about an hour. So we're going to say, well, just about 10 o'clock. So we're going to go with 9:30, 9:45 arrival for downtown St. Louis. Into parts of the western side, though, you can expect to start seeing precip right around 9:15. So we'll keep an eye on that. Like I said, 3 dangerous supercells right there. I don't think I've had anyone else, any updates or anything. I'm just now starting to look at all the comments from YouTube, and Connor, I do agree. I do need Coach Bates with me to help me, because I'm telling you, it is very hard to do this on your own, and I realize that now. I think I'm going to send him a text and be like, get your butt over here. Oh, my goodness. So Bryce, I'm here in Southern Illinois, and I do have a backup if we do lose power here. I have a way of keeping us going. I might lose connection for about 5 minutes, but we will be that's at most. So yeah, we'll be fine. I've always got a backup plan. You got to always have one for when you're doing stuff like this. So. And kind of just like that, National Weather Service really just agreeing with me with what I've been talking about. This area of storms has really the most dangerous potential right now to impact the St. Louis region. Just, like I said, just concerned right now. There's no immediate threat, but obviously severe storms. And my goodness, that cell right there just really starting to take off. You can kind of see that bowling ball effect. That one may start to produce a tornado, and if it not, it is coming very close. Look at that beautiful hook echo, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about this right here. Look at that little bowling ball action going on. Oh yeah, that right there is a good mesocyclone right there. So that is more than likely going to have a tornado in it any second. Let's go ahead and we'll quadruple box this just to see if we can see any lowering of the CC. And what I mean by that is, if you look in here and you draw where you think your debris ball is with you can see if you got a CC drop. And right now I'm not seeing anything, so we cannot confirm this by radar, okay? But this is becoming a very serious situation just to the north of I-44, southwest of St. Clair. This is going to move on into Union, Missouri, on the very southwest side of St. Louis. So let me just back this out a little bit, and I'll go back to a two-tone here so everyone can see this. But right now we have 3 tornado warnings going into St. Louis Metro. And this is not to scare anybody. I'm just trying to give you a heads up. So we got one to our north near New Haven. Pretty good rotation on it. Back down over here to our south, we have a really good cell, really starting to get its way together. Tornado any minute coming right near St. Clair, Union, Missouri. If you have friends and family, Union, Missouri, seek shelter right now. These storms are moving at 60, 55. This is moving at 65 miles an hour. We have another tornado warning down to our south. This one's just to the southeast of Cuba, north of Stillville, Missouri. Right now we're still in Missouri, still trying to get things going here. And someone just told me Bakersfield, Missouri. I believe that's down by Salem, maybe? Bakersfield. Unless that was the one I was just on. Oh, this one right here. Yeah, that's going into a big atmosphere. I'll come back to that one, but I really want to focus in on this one near Union right here. This one right here coming into St. Clair. This is a very dangerous storm right now. I'm waiting for one more little update here. Looks like 8:35 was our last update. That was 3 minutes ago. Let's see if we have an update here. Carter and Ripley counties in Missouri right now. National Weather Service in Paducah, very concerned with those areas. And that's going to be that that cell that we were just talking about over on the northern side of. That's going to be Bakersfield, Missouri. So we'll go back to that here in a second. But like I said, this one I'm just really concerned with because we got a lot of people here near St. Louis. We'll wait for a quick update. So let's go ahead and we'll zoom back out, and we will go to. Did we get an update on that? I don't think we did. Maybe we did. Yeah, that I can almost guarantee you there's a tornado on the ground with this. If you live in St. Clair, need to be seeking shelter ASAP. Looks like our last update on this was about 2 minutes ago. This is likely a tornado that's on the ground just to the north of I-44. It's going to be right here. No sign of debris being lofted, but it is going through a heavily populated area, or at least moving into one. This one you don't have to worry about. This is, we'll just do 2 coalition coefficients. That's super res, so we'll go back over to this one. Super res. There we go. And that one updated before this one, maybe. Looking at, we now have a confirmed tornado west of New Haven. Confirmed tornado west of New Haven. So let's back up here, west of New Haven. West of New Haven. Okay, let's double box this. Let me find New Haven. I'm not really. Oh, right here. We have a confirmed tornado on this cell. So just west of New Haven, we have a confirmed tornado on the ground. Let's go ahead and look at this. Yep, right there. There's your debris ball. There's your debris signature right there, clear as day. So just to the, we do have a confirmed tornado just west of New Haven. This is going to be a confirmed tornado heading right towards almost near the National Weather Service there in Missouri. But a great, great find there. Also, we can confirm this tornado now. We have 2 confirmed tornadoes. St. Clair right here. Here's your debris ball. Look at that. My goodness. Oh, bad circle. Sorry. Look at that. Let's look at these winds right here, folks. Look at these winds just next to St. Clair. That's going to be crazy. 121. This is likely a probably EF2 or greater tornado on the ground right now as we speak. Parallel to I-44 to the southwest of St. Louis. This is a very dangerous situation. If you have friends and family near St. Clair along I-44, they need to be underground right now. This is a possible significant tornado as we speak. This is Definitely not something to be joking around about. That is not good at all. That is going to a very, very high populated area. This is something that, yep, there it is. This is going to be going right into the west side of St. Louis, Chesterfield, Union, Villa Ridge. This is a very, very dangerous situation. I cannot express that enough. That is a very tight couplet. We can confirm this one off to the north. It is currently on the ground just to the northwest of New Haven. But getting reports now, this is likely an EF2 or greater size tornado with just the wind field. But look how tight that couplet is. I guarantee you on our next coalition coefficient scan, we're going to see a large debris ball. I am very, very concerned about this one. That is coming together very well. It recycled perfectly. You can see textbook supercell-like structure with debris ball coming in, wrapping around. My goodness. That is a very dangerous situation ongoing. And let's just tell you what, we don't even need the debris signature at this point. And actually, there you go, folks. Look at that. That last one. This is a confirmed tornado by radar. There's your debris ball. We no longer need the coalition coefficient. This is a major, major development right now. Friends and family in St. Louis, please, 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 if you have friends and family, let's just double box this. This is likely an EF2 tornado or greater on the ground right now. 114 mile an hour winds being at least an EF1. And regardless, this is going to make its way on into Union. This should be a tornado almost emergency for Union, and we're going to wait and see if a couple more scans, and this is going to be a tornado emergency for the town of Union, Missouri. This is just off to the southwest of St. Louis, going into a very populated area. And this will move actually to the northwest, and this will likely go right over the airport and the National Weather Service of St. Louis. So very dangerous situation. Back over to New Haven. Let's go ahead and we'll see if that tornado is still on the ground. So we have one tornado down here. Big debris ball now. One in New Haven's gone. That one touched down real quick and it's gone. But this debris ball right here, not a good sign at all, folks. That is a big debris ball. And that is lofting debris probably about at least 20,000 feet, if not more, into the atmosphere right now. Like I said, it just seems like it's just right parallel with I-44 right now. So this is a confirmed tornado. We also have a New Haven. New Haven one has weakened. So this one's our new cell that we're kind of worried about right now. And like I said, if you're just now joining us, this is going to be the southwest St. Louis. This is directly, this should be a tornado emergency coming very close to Union. If you know anyone, friends, family, anyone at all, we have power flashes confirmed. By one of my old classmates, actually. On I-44. I don't know where exactly that's at. That might be this cell here near St. Clair. But if you have friends just to the northwest of St. Clair, Missouri, coming into Union, Villa Ridge, Washington, Augusta, you need to be in your safe spot right now. You have very little time to act. This is likely an EF1, EF2, if not greater tornado on the ground as we speak. 102 mile an hour winds. At one point, I think we had 115. But that's a very tight couplet with a debris signature on the ground. So right now we're lofting debris right around, it's right around 40,000 feet right now. So that's pretty good. That's a lot of debris. But yeah, Union right now. I'm trying to think what county this is here. This is going to be for Central Franklin, Western St. Charles, Northwestern St. Louis, and Warren counties. This is in Missouri, folks. This is in Missouri. National Weather Service stressing this is a very dangerous situation to the west of St. Clair. This would be actually, not quite near Six Flags. Six Flags is kind of over here near Eureka. But this is coming up. It would actually go just to the north of Six Flags in Missouri, if you know where that's at, near St. Louis. But debris ball continues. Debris ball continues for our area, or sorry, for this area right now. We're going to wait for a new update here. But as you can see, this is there it goes. It continues. Actually, it just got even stronger. Oh my, that's not good. Look at that couplet. Very, very strong couplet right there. 110 mile an hour. This is probably a good solid EF2 tornado on the ground right now. Doing some pretty good damage. Looks like a little small, not a large tornado, but at least a pretty good size one's going to do some good damage. So make sure you are underground with this one. Like I said, if you're in Union, Missouri right now, this is going to be a dead-on smack right into the central, if not the most eastern portions of town. Union, Missouri right now. Here's your tornado. And let's just go ahead and measure this bad boy out. It's going to be a small tornado, nothing big. Probably about a half-mile wide. Nothing large, but hey, it's enough to do damage. It's a serious situation. Looking at ones towards the south. This is why you got to have a lot of people working on the job tonight, folks. The National Weather Service getting their paychecks in tonight. We have tons. This one down here, this one's going to start entering into parts of southern Illinois soon. This one looking very dangerous. This is going to be just south of Stillville and north of Salem, Missouri. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. That is not good at all. And we continue here. I'm going to put my cell phone on charge for a second, so bear with me. As we have that. So I'm going to put my cell phone on charge. I mean, it's down a little bit, but I don't want it dying on me when we get into parts of Illinois here. But let's go back up. I want to look around here. It's a lot of, like I said, guys, let's just look at the full map here. Let's go one full map real quick. You can kind of see what we're dealing with. Here comes the mess of trouble. And interesting to note, we have some showers developing right here in southern Illinois. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. That right there could get interesting, folks. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. Those are some showers, a little bit of development there. That could help maybe destabilize some stuff here in southern Illinois. That could help us. That would be very graceful, but we're going to see what happens. Let's go ahead and zoom back in. This is a very serious situation near Union. As looks like the rotation, let's go back to a double box here. So there it is. It's observed. No tornado emergency. More than likely still on the ground. It is. There's your debris ball. This would be a good learning moment for anyone that's interested in meteorology. You have your classic supercell, your heavy hail, heavy precip on the northwest side or on the north side. You have your mesoscale, or I'm sorry, your mesocyclone on the south west side of the storm. Your inner and your outbound winds coming together. You can go ahead and I'll uncircle this with the debris ball. And it looks like our wind speeds are maybe coming down just a little bit. About 94, so maybe seeing a little bit of weakening as we get close to Union, Missouri. We hope that and pray that it does not do much damage. Not seeing any other debris signature at this time. So we're going to keep it right here with this one since this is a confirmed tornado. But yeah, my goodness, this is just, you just kind of hope and pray this thing maybe lifts a little bit before it gets into the town. But this is going to stay parallel to 44. I got to give credit here because the models did have a storm, a strong storm, really staying parallel with I-44 today, and it's done a good job. I think we're seeing a little bit of weakening, and you can tell by the CC drop here when it becomes scattered like that. It usually means that the debris is really scattered and it's starting to kind of spread out in the atmosphere. And when you don't have a strong signature, it usually means you have some lifting. So there could be a little recycling going on before it hits Union here. National Weather Service saying the debris is up to 5,000 feet. We have 3,200 block. Looks like Massey 4 Road in Union. Tornado just passed Tornado is on the ground still. It looks like the radar's off a little bit, so it's about right here on the south side of Union. Tornado just passed. So now you gotta hope and pray that the damage is just limited at this point. But oh yeah, right there you can kind of see it last second. There's our new update, and right there, I mean, like I said, it was going to be a smack on or a little bit to the southeast, and it just went a little bit to the southeast. But I don't know what state highways this are, but this is I-44 right here. Let's go back over. We're going to back this up. And like I said, likely this thing is lifted and it's trying to recycle, but look at the size of that supercell. So we'll go ahead and just double box this since we kind of lost our debris signature a little bit. But look at that. Wow. You kind of see it lost its mojo there as we got closer. But let's just look at this and time it out. You kind of see it, debris ball really start to go, and it just lifts as it gets into Union. So we'll see if it kind of restructures. But like I said, it's heading right for the National Weather Service in St. Louis is right here. So, I mean, if this thing keeps on track, we might see National Weather Service in Lincoln possibly take over. And that would also include the National Weather Service in Paducah in our region. So, to keep an eye on that. Back over to the south, here's the one that I'm kind of worried about right now, folks. This one is going to track into our region. This would be into parts of Randolph County, Waterloo, Redbud, Nashville, Washington County. This is going to be our area here shortly, okay? So we're going to have to keep an eye on this cell. This is a very dangerous cell moving into this region right here. Oh, man, my circle's bad. Let's try that again. So a little heads up right now, those of you that are in Washington County, Belleville, Waterloo, giving you a heads up right now, Sparta, St. Genevieve, Chester, I think you're okay for right now, but we're going to have to keep an eye on you here a little bit later. Carlisle, all these areas looking pretty rough right now, so we're going to have to keep it close. Let's go ahead and dive back down here while we got time, since we have a little bit of, let's go off the Paducah radar here. So notice these showers right here. We got some showers developing. This might help stabilize our atmosphere a little bit here in southern Illinois. That's a good thing. I don't think these are going to be strong enough to do anything, so that's going to help maybe stabilize a little bit. That may help weaken our storms as they come across the river. Okay, let's go back here. Oh, we got a tornado warning for Macomb. Let's take a look at that. Don't see a whole bunch there, but possibly a little spin up there in Western Illinois. Actually, at Western Illinois University there. So, if you're there on campus, take cover. Actually, I think they're on spring break, maybe. Let's see here, going off a different radar. Yeah, it's a very, very good supercell right there. That is going to be heading towards West Plains. My goodness. Oh, this is a confirmed. Oh, this is a PDS, folks. This is a PDS. This is a damaging tornado. Oh, my. So this is going to hit South Fork. This is a PDS. This is our highest tornado rating we've gotten today. Let's go ahead and we'll full box this, see if we can get a debris signature. Kind of hard to see here. I know we're kind of in between radars right now, so we'll have to see if I can get something going here. And I believe that is it. It is going right into downtown South Fork, Missouri. My goodness, that is a large tornado. South Fork, Missouri. Tornado on the ground. That's pretty much a tornado emergency at this point with the PDS. And it was near Bakersfield. So that was that. Now it's here. That's your tornado. So hopefully, let's see here in Paducah. That's Paducah's National Weather Service. No talks right now, but that is a very dangerous situation. Just crossing over the border into southern Missouri, South Fork, if you have friends and family, West Plains, coming your way. It's a PDS, particularly dangerous situation, pretty much right before the tornado emergency for that area. Let's see what else we got here. Villa Ridge. So let's go back to St. Louis. We have a new tornado. So let's back up here. Let's go into St. Louis as we're finally, these storms are getting into better atmospheric conditions right now, folks. Villa Ridge. Let's see here. I think it was this one, if I'm not mistaken. New Haven, Villa Ridge. So it's this one. This one that did produce a tornado earlier near Union, starting to get its act together a lot more. And this is going to be right along I-44. So it's starting to recycle a little bit and move a little bit more towards the east. So that's something we're going to have to keep an eye on. Let's go ahead and look down south here. That one's starting to get organized, but I would say this one right now is definitely the one that's most concerning. Right over Augusta, probably getting some golf ball size hail right now. South of there to the east of Stillville, Missouri. Like I said, this is going to be the cell. It does have a tornado warning. It has not been confirmed yet, but this is one that's going to move right into Waterloo. Just to the north of Farmington, DeSoto, Hillsboro, Festus, Peevelyville, Missouri. You need to be ready. Let's see here. Cedar Key, Waterloo, New Athens, Coulterville, Redbud. You guys all need to be ready. You guys, we got about an hour now until this thing really starts moving in. Redbud, you got probably about an hour and a half. Those in southern Illinois. But like I said, we're kind of getting into our warning stages now. This one, I'll be honest with you folks, I don't like this. I don't like it one bit. I really don't. This one right here has got me concerned big time. I'm just going to go ahead and circle it. This one right here is going to be our long track tornado of the day, right here. This reminds me of 2020. That right there is going to be your long track tornado, and that is going to head up right into the Mount Vernon area if this thing keeps on track. Now, I'm not saying this because I'm crazy. I do believe that history will always repeat itself, and it just seems like since 2018 we have tried and Mother Nature has tried. But if there's going to be anything to compete with the tri-state tornado, it's going to be that cell right there. Mark my words. Not saying it's going to happen. I'm just telling you right now, that is the cell that I find most concerning for the remainder of tonight. It is isolated, it's all by itself, and it's in the highest probability for the most tornadic atmospheric conditions. So I'm going to be keeping a very, very close eye on that cell right there in West Plains, Missouri. That could be the start of a supercell that could last into parts of Indiana. So, like I said, not trying to scare anybody. I just always believe history will repeat itself. It just so happens the Tri-State Tornado 100th anniversary is coming up. My gut tells me something's just not right with that one. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. That is a very dangerous situation. It's already got a PDS on it, and that's going to move directly into the heart of southern Illinois. So, still PDS warned. But right now, we're going to focus ourselves into St. Louis because this is where the heart of the storms are right now, and we have now just 2 tornado warnings left as this storm right here starts to recycle. I'm trying to see if we got any other updates here. National Weather Service is freaking out right now over this storm. Holy sweet mother. I can see why they're freaking out. Oh my God. That is not good. My God, we now have a PDS. This is not good at all. Sweet mama, that is unbelievable. That right there just recycled into a freaking EF3, possibly EF4. You have a very large tornado on the ground. This is a tornado emergency for Gray Summit. It's a PDS, but I can guarantee you they're getting ready to issue a tornado emergency for this. That is not good. That is right along I-44. This is holy sweet mama. That is not good at all. This is going to head right towards the National Weather Service in St. Louis. I mean, this is a catastrophic. This is not good. This just happened within the last scan. I mean, you're looking at, I mean, that is a huge tornado, folks. If you know anyone near Gray Summit, you need to tell them to get underground right now. Very, very dangerous situation. This is a highly populated area, folks. This is going to head off right near Wildwood into Chesterfield. Oh my gosh, that is not good. That is a very, very, very large tornado. You look at the debris ball. Look at the debris ball on that. Just to the way I can't even imagine seeing this next scan. I mean, that right there is just a huge tornado. More than likely EF3 or greater right now. Like I said, I'm just going with what I'm looking at right now of scans. Oh my. It's a PDS right now. Right over Gray Summit, moving northeast at 55. That's going to put it. Wow. This is probably the strongest tornado of the day thus far. If you have anyone in Chesterfield or around Chesterfield along I-70, they need to be taking shelter right now. I would be taking this as serious as possible. I'm not going to lie. The way this looks, and I'm scared to see the next scan, there could be some significant damage to this populated area. I don't know